to recognize him and knew his family. And they called the Amraba's mother. Now, just like any other mother that is in this place right now, you never believe your child has done anything wrong at all. So this woman walks in. After an hour or so, she rushes to the hospital. She gets there, she sees her son laying on the floor, and she runs to her son, and she grabs her son as he is on the floor, and he's shaking on the floor, and she grabs him and she holds his hand so she can connect with him emotionally. She looks into his eyes as he's on the floor, and as he's screaming in pain, she looks at him. She's mad at the system at this point in time, but she doesn't have time to think about the system. She doesn't have time to think about the police station. She doesn't have time to think about the hospital. She is worried about her son, and there she is trying to connect and trying to talk to him. She has 1,000 questions she wants to ask her son, but at this point in time, she couldn't ask any of those questions. So she lays there, she looks at him, and deep down inside, she wanted to know, are you truly? And as she grabbed her son, all of a sudden, the son that had regulated his breathing for a while and was doing better began to have shadow breaths. And the young man who was laying on the floor began to breathe a little quicker. And all of a sudden, he starts to shake vigorously. And as he's shaking, she screams for the nurse to come and help her as he's laying on the floor. She grabs his hand and he's laying on the floor. She calls his name and she's screaming. And tears fills her eyes and she holds onto her son. And just as quickly as she had gotten there, her son died in her arms. The young lady at the radio station said to us, where was the mother when the child began to make the decisions to go down that way? Fellow Toastmasters, ladies and gentlemen, life as we know it is such an irony. The same life that gives you a handful of opportunities and stands by your side where you're doing well and you stand tall and you stand upright. The same life that watches you as you're progressing on in life, the same life will stand by your side and snatch it all away from you in an instant. The same life that can bless you with a handful of roses can instantly take those roses away from you and throw you a handful of thorns. The same life that stands by your side when you have your baby and you give your baby identity by giving the baby a name, the same life can stand by you when you hold your baby in your arms. Many years later, the baby dies. But I've come to notice something, ladies and gentlemen. I've come to notice that there is a way around life. There is a way to chart your course and determine your destiny in life, regardless of what life throws at you. And it comes down to one word: decisions. Your decision can chart your course in life, and your decision can also affect those around you. The word decision comes from Latin, and it means to cut off from, like incision, to cut off other options, to eliminate other distractions, and to make a choice on what is ahead of you. That is what decision is all about. What decisions are you making in your life? December 1st, 1955, a 42-year-old woman sitting in a bus in Montgomery, Alabama, made a decision that she will not stand up despite the Jim Crow laws. And because of that one decision, African Americans all over North America are treated differently after 386 days of boycotting taking a bus. What decisions are you making with your life? Also in South Africa, another man, after 27 years in prison, made a decision that I will look forward and step towards democracy and not look backwards and look towards revenge. That decision changed the outcome of an entire nation. What decisions are you making in life? I feel really sorry for that lady that watched her son and had to hold him as he died in her arms. But I do hope her story touches our lives today and helps us realize that decisions that we make in our lives affect those around us, and more importantly, they affect our lives.